Alright, so in this example, I'm going to give you a brief example of how to use different widgets in the ArcGIS API for JavaScript. So again, you have to reference it using for both the CSS in this link and then the JavaScript and the script tag. Again, here we're defining the settings for the div that will hold the map. In this case, it basically is going to fill the entire viewport. And then we're pulling in the modules that we need. So again, map allows us to make map. Map view allows us to put that map into the view to display it on the web page. Then we have for adding layers and then adding a layer list. Okay, so again, you have to call these at the same order that the modules are called in. Here I'm making a map. So this is the hybrid map, base map. And then I'm specifying the center and the center coordinates and the zoom level. And now I'm adding a layer. Here I'm using this layer from portal item. So this is ArcGIS Online specific. So I'm grabbing the portal ID for this set of layers that I want to use. So that's what this does. So layer dot from portal item, and then we specify the portal item by providing its ID. And then we basically take those layers and we add them to the map. All right, so that's basically just adding in this additional, or adding in the data. So we haven't actually added any widgets yet. So to add a widget, you again have to make sure you have the module called in. Here I have a layer list widget. So I'm creating this variable and I'm creating a layer list. Where will it go? It's going to go into the view. So it's going to draw in this same div layer, the same div that the map is in. And then this sets it up. For example, this specifies what to hold in there, and then also whether or not it'll collapse or not. In this case, we have it set to collapse. And then once it's generated, then we have to add it to the viewport, and that's done with view.ui.add, and then you list the variable, and then you provide the position, so the top right. So we basically have in here a list of layers, and it can be expanded and contracted, and each layer has its legend being displayed, as opposed to just like the name. And you can also, turn things on and off using this layer list, which is useful here because some of the layers cover the others, so you kind of have to turn them off if you actually want to use it. So this is an example here for adding in this specific widget, which is the layer list widget. All right, let's just look at one other one. I'm going to look at this swipe widget. I'm going to open it in brackets and then launch the preview. Okay, so here we have two sets of aerial photos and this swipe that we can swipe back and forth to see, change with time by comparing the two images. So for example, this is in Morgantown. This is one of our shopping centers. This data is from 2016. This data is from 2003. So you can see the change there in the landscape with the addition of that shopping center. Okay, so the widget in this case is this swipe tool, and we also have, again, a layer list there. So again, we have to call in the swipe module and this expand module, so we can expand and contract it, and then the layer list module. Again, the order here matters. Next, I pull in my tile layer, so we're doing that with the tile layer function. And again, this is a REST service that's provided by the West Virginia GIS Tech Center. So I'm basically calling in both of those layers, and I'm saying that I'll accept either JPEG or PNG tiles that come in. Okay, and then I create a map object, set a base map. This is OSM, so it's OpenStreetMap base map. And then, again, setting up the viewport there with the center and the zoom level. All right, so here we're adding the layer list. So creating a layer list, it's going to be within the view. And then I'm creating this expand widget, which is this LL expand. So that's basically layer list expand. So this is an expand widget that is going to hold the layer list, and when it activates, it's not going to be expanded by initially. You have to expand it. So basically, this is an expand widget that can be used as a container to collapse other things into. And in this case, I'm collapsing the layer list into it specifically. All right, so that sets that up. And then this last set here is creating the swipe, which is actually pretty simple. So we're creating a new swipe widget. And then you have to give it a leading layer and a tail layer, and it can be multiple layers, and you can feed it in. You feed it in as an array, but in this case, I'm going to have one in each. So the nape is the leading layer; it's kind of on top, and the tailing layer is underneath the SAMB there. And then this specifies the start position of the swipe, and then this is where to actually draw it. So it's going to be again within our tied to the map view, which we called view there. And then we add that to the user interface with the UI.add, and then we add in the tool, and again here we're adding the expand. Okay, and then that's what allows this to work, and we have this expand widget that holds our layer list.